Jody Hanson, Sales and Marketing Director, Travel and Tourism Marketing for New Orleans and Louisiana. I started off in a tour operation in London at the age of 17 and worked for a very formidable woman in the North American department of a company called Global Travel. I then went from there onto airlines. I worked with Western Airlines, and then I worked with Garuda Indonesian Airlines. I then went into retail for the Hermes Travel Group and Delta Vacations, and then from there I went into tour operation, and then from there I went into representation 12 years ago now. I'm Sales and Marketing Director, and I also work within the company structure when we work on new accounts. I cover the sales for all our destinations and our commercial clients, and I cover the marketing projects that we work on as well. So I will do training with the travel agents and tour operators. I will work on a sales side, working with the product departments to make sure that my clients are featured in their brochures, more specifically New Orleans and Louisiana. And my colleague and business partner Kirsty Delury works on the PR side for the state and the city of New Orleans. New Orleans is just fabulous. It's one of those really wonderful states and wonderful cities. It's been built on the back of a real European influence dating back to the 1700s. You've got the Spanish, you've got the French, you've then got the Cajun and the Creole, you've got the Caribbean influences, and of course the British influence. So when you mix all that together and you go through Louisiana and you see the plantation homes and you learn about the culture from the food, the music and the history, it really is a very eclectic mix of those European backgrounds and also the Caribbean. We work a lot with our partners, and that's the tour operators, that's the travel agents. We do a lot of road shows. We work with the Visit USA road show, we've been on the TUI road show, we've worked with cruising, NCL. We also do, as I said to you earlier, a lot of trainings because we realise that we have to educate our tourism partners. So someone that's at the front line of selling, it's important for us to tell them why people would go to Louisiana, what's there, how can they apply it to their market sector, from high end all the way down to people that want to do a fly drive that have a budget to travel on. We also work with the Deep South USA, which is an amalgamation of several different Deep South states, in order to sell, and we realise that the British public will go and they will tour through a region. So they'll come to Louisiana and they'll do maybe 6-7 nights there, then they'll go off to another state and experience the whole southern hospitality. Next year we're going to be working with our industry partners, our tour operators. We will be doing some direct consumer advertising. We'll be working with Brand USA. We did so this year and we had a great campaign, underground campaign in the UK, which went very well. We'll be repeating the same thing next year. We want to tell people how and what there is to do in Louisiana. New Orleans is one of our jewels in the crown, but the state itself has a lot to offer. We've got over 400 festivals in the year and 85% of them are free. So it's a bit like sending someone to, I don't know, to a festival in London and not telling them there's a festival there. You know, they get to meet the local people, they get to drink the local hooch, and they get to eat the local food. So we will very much be selling our destination, making people aware. We've been looking at this, and what we have discovered is during the 80s and more predominantly the 90s, all those generations that grew up going to the mainstream Floridas and the Californias are now grown up and they're very comfortable with America. And as a result of being very comfortable with America, what they're doing is they're saying, where else can I go? Because it's like a home from home. It's a bit like traveling at home. You know, people are comfortable with it. The same with the States because they've grown up. So those generations that grew up with that are now in their mid-20s to mid-30s, are now very comfortable to explore other parts of the US. So that really broadens our market enormously. Where we used to be sort of a 40-plus market coming down to the south and to Louisiana, we are now becoming a much younger market as well as. If you go to a nightclub in New Orleans, because it's predominantly live music, or anywhere in the state actually, it's predominantly live music, you will see all generations. You will see people from 21 all the way up to, 85 that enjoy live music. I think the challenge is that we are competing against the world. We're not competing just against other US destinations. We are fortunate enough to be an island nation that really does travel. So from a destination point of view, we have to appreciate what our market is, understand that they have choices, and try and help them to make the informed choice to come to your destination, and make sure that what they expect is what's delivered when they get there. I would say as a company, we sort of happened into this, and my business partner and I took it over just after 9/11 actually, literally 3 days after we signed the papers. And we felt that the USA was a huge investment for us, but an investment in the right way. And so I'm very proud that we made that jump. It was a big jump for us, and it's proved to pay off. We've loved working in this industry. The people that are in it are very genuine. We've made some amazing friends over the years. We've worked on some wonderful projects, and we've worked with some incredible destinations. With Louisiana, you can actually do, and not many people know this, you can do Mardi Gras throughout the whole state. So to the north of the state, there's a city called Shreveport. Then you come down, there's a lovely, beautiful town called Natchitoches that was in the movie Steel Magnolias. Then you can go to southwest Louisiana, Lake Charles. You can go to Lafayette, Baton Rouge, and then New Orleans. And you can do Mardi Gras in each of those cities and places. So you can literally party your way through the state. And I think that you have to remember New Orleans was where the cocktail was invented. The theme line for Louisiana is "Let the good times roll." And I defy anybody to go there and not have a wonderful time, not least because of the local people. They are just amazing. They're quirky, they're funny, they're engaging, they're stylish, they're family orientated, they love to entertain, and they love to be hospitable to visitors.